Hello, my name is Bry, and I'm a full-time Amazon employee and a full-time student. I wanted to document a bit about my life, how I manage my schedule, and what my day-to-day schedule looks like for me. My day does start with a commute to work. I do work hybrid, which is great for me considering my commute is 1 hour one way, 2 hours round trip. My office days are Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, so I do get to work from home on Thursday and Friday, and I'm off on the weekends. Once I do get to work, I get my station set up and I get ready to clock in. Within Amazon, I do work in the Amazon logistics within a subcategory called disruption management, also known as ROC. Within my department, I do help semi-drivers and dispatchers with any disruptions that happen while they're working trips for us. Disruptions could be something like issues at the pickup and drop-off sites, flat tires and other mechanical issues, or even something like delays due to weather or traffic on the road. I do this by working on tickets that get assigned to me in the form of a callback request, which does mean that I do outbound calls. There are times where I also work on support cases which don't require any phone calls. It's mainly just researching and replying to those said cases in order to assist. In the mornings, we usually start with a team huddle where we discuss metrics from the previous day, talk on expected volume for the current day, any updates on our standard work and procedures. Then we have time for questions after. We do usually review the weather during the huddle, since weather is a big factor for our sites and our drivers that are on the road. After the meetings, I jump right into work, which is what we call space. We have a task recommendation that we turn on, and once that's on, we are set up to be in the queue. From there, we get a ticket that pops up. We have 30 seconds to assign the ticket to ourselves. Once we accept it, we do work on whatever that ticket is for. This usually ends in calling either the driver or the dispatcher, confirming the issue that is going on, and then putting them on hold to assist or fix the disruption. After that, we come back on the line, confirm what was done, and get them off the phone, and then we can move on to the next ticket. I really do enjoy this style of calls, as it's not like normal call centers where you have to build the rapport, ask them about the weather and all of those things. These drivers are stressed out and just need our assistance. So we literally just get them on the line, get the full scope of the issue, put them on hold for 5 minutes, complete what we need to do, confirm it at the end, get them off the line. The only time that we are on the phone longer and have more driven sympathy and empathy would obviously be when there's an accident on the road that does involve the driver or the trailer that they are transporting. We do have a whole process for the accident system as well, but it is a lot, so there's no need to get into it. When there are no tickets in the system and no work in the queue, we do get a yellow bar across the screen, just basically notifying us that there's no work. We do get a little bit of time to breathe during those moments, which is nice. There is an example of that in this video. For schooling, I'm doing a bachelor's program for management information systems and business analytics, and from there, I want to get my master's in data analytics. I'm a full-time student, taking 2 courses currently. It is online though, which does help, as I don't have to commute to a campus for in-person classes, but each course does have 1 module to do each week. After the module is completed, I have a discussion forum where I have to post my initial thoughts on the module, which is due on Thursdays before midnight. And then I have to respond to at least 2 peers' responses, which is due on Sundays before midnight. And then there's a critical thinking assignment as well, which is a 2-page minimum essay about said given topic, written in APA format, which is usually due on Sundays before midnight. So when you add that up, that's 2 modules, 2 initial thought posts, 4 peer responses, and 2 essays that I have to do every week, which is around 20 hours a week on schooling. I have to do that on top of the full-time job working 40 hours a week, plus my general commute to work on the days that I work in office, which is about 6 hours a week, since I work 3 days in office, 2 hours round trip every day. With my current areas, I try to complete all my schoolwork within the weekdays so I can maximize my weekends off of work and off of school to do whatever I want. I do have a lot of nice hobbies that can help me relax. I also spend a lot of time with my wife, so Being able to cram everything into the weekdays really helps maximize my weekends. Now we're ready for lunchtime. Shout out to my wife for the lovely setup. There was a banana and a granola bar in here, but I did eat it earlier in the day. This is just leftovers from the night before, some homemade Chinese food. And after lunch, it's just the same old routine until I clock out for the day. We did have to do a store run, so I wanted to throw that in there, but I left out dinner and shower as the main focus is the work and school. Towards the end of this video though, I do want to talk about my time management and how I personally manage these things. So for my time management with all my tasks, I do use the reminders app on my iPhone. It comes on the phone itself and it does everything that I need it to do. There's no need to pay for a membership on a random app to add tasks on a list when I have availability for it on my phone. You can also customize the color of the list, the logo of the list, and the specific type of list that you're creating. If you've never used the reminders app and you have an iPhone, I suggest looking into it if you need a little more organization over your schedule or calendar or to-do lists. This is by no means a sponsored ad, although I wish it was. Other than that, I do have a therapist. My job helps me with that through the EAP program. So no, this isn't a BetterHelp ad either. If you have a job with insurance, look into what they cover. See if they have any EAP programs or anything for mental health and see what's covered. For me, Amazon covered the first 6 sessions for free. And then if I continue going through therapy, it is at a discounted rate through my insurance. Do not fall for these high-priced therapy apps and websites. Please go through your job's insurance if you can. It'll really help you out in the long run. You can't see it in the videos that I had recorded either, but I do have like a hacky sack that I use as a stress ball. Sometimes I can get overwhelmed. Sometimes I got a lot on my mind and I do take a step away, take some deep breaths, squeeze the hacky sack a little bit, toss it around in the air, kind of get my mind off things. So I do have multiple methods. Obviously, I do speak to a therapist when I need it. I think mine are scheduled out every 2 weeks, so it's not super cluttered on my calendar, but it does help me free my mind a lot because I do go through a lot. I do want to make more videos showing what my weekends look like, just so you can see how I decompress from such a busy week within work, school, and commuting. I can't wait to record more and show more of my life. I think I do have I don't want to say interesting or a fantastic life as in like I do a lot of stuff, but I think I do some cool stuff as far as like making music, watching movies, graphic design. You know, I have a list of things that I do, so I'd for sure like to showcase some of that. If you've made it this far, I do appreciate you watching everything and hearing me out. Can't wait to see you in the next one.